Yeah, so today I'm going to take a look at the Kubernetes API again, but instead of making a call from the outside like we did in my last video, we're going to make a call from a pod running inside the Kubernetes cluster. Oh my. So in order to do that, I've cleared out all the stuff that we did in the last time, right? I've cleared out my service account, my role binding. We're going to review that a little bit, but if you want to go in depth, check out my previous video. That'll cover that in a lot more detail. If you like where this video is going, if you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. If you want to see other content that I'm not covering, please leave a comment. I am taking suggestions. All right, moving on. What we're looking at right now, this is Lens. If you haven't tried Lens yet, highly recommend. It's like Kubernetes dashboard, only way better. So in here, we can see I've got two service accounts in my default namespace. All right, I am going to pop back into VS Code. Oop, not there yet, over here. And what we'll do, we're going to create a service account and we're going to add a cluster role binding. That's going to give it the cluster admin role, meaning it has God mode attached to it. It can do anything in the Kubernetes cluster. So now I open up a terminal, right? kubectl apply f user. All right, I can pop back into Lens and I should see, here's my admin SA service account. And here's my admin SA cluster admin cluster role binding. All right, so now this has all the privileges it needs in order to access everything in the Kubernetes API. So from here, what we can do, we can deploy a pod that we can SSH to, and we'll try to make a request to the Kubernetes API from that pod. So I've got my sleep pod, and here I'll get rid of that. We're going to call this pod Sleepy curl. Why? Because it's an Alpine image with curl installed and it's going to sleep for a week. So I'm adding the admin SA service account to this pod, so it should have access to the Kubernetes API, right? Because we bound the cluster admin role to this service account. All right, well, let's find out what happens. So I'm going to kubectl apply, yep, there it is, sleep.yaml, right? That's this pod configuration and it's deployed. Fantastic. So we come over to Lens. There it is, sleepy curl. All right, let's SSH into this, right? Lens offers us a really nice way to do that, just like the Kubernetes dashboard does. We can create a pod shell, right? It's in full size mode and I am going to zoom in to make this more legible for everybody. Okay. First thing I want to do is I want to try out a curl request. So I'm going to paste in a command, a curl command, to get all the pods in my Argo CD namespace. Because remember, this is, I explained this in my last video, this is a demo cluster I'm putting together for an Argo CD presentation. All right, here we go. I paste it in. It's curl. It's going to make a get request. It's going to have the insecure flag. Why? Because this is a kind cluster, and that cert is not valid at all. All right, we're making this request to Kubernetes default service. I'm going to talk about that in a second. API v1 namespaces, Argo CD, so the Argo CD namespace, and pods. I'm going to make this request. Hey, 403, right? It's forbidden. All right, bunch of stuff just happened. Let's take it piece by piece. All right. First, why did I get 403? Well, I'm not passing in any credentials. It works on the inside, same way it works on the outside. Right? If I don't pass in credentials, I'm not going to be authorized. Well, there is a way to solve this with MTLS, and that's totally valid. I'm not going to go into that here. I'm going to solve this with an API token. Second thing we want to look at, where did I even get this Kubernetes default service? What is that? Who is that? Where are we? Well, Kubernetes default service is a default service that's set up to talk to your Kubernetes API. Right? That domain entry, that DNS entry, is present on every Kubernetes distribution, and it always points to your API inside your Kubernetes cluster. Now, separately, we could get the IP of the Kubernetes API by printing it using an environment variable that's set up on every Kubernetes cluster. Kubernetes service host. I print that, and there it is. There's the IP. All right, big question comes up. How do I get a token, right? I don't have MTLS set up. It is a kind cluster. I haven't gone that far, and I've already said my cert is insecure. How do I get an API token? I bound the service account. Is there a way for me to programmatically fetch credentials that represent that service account? The answer is yes. Kubernetes actually mounts the token in a file when I deploy the pod. And that file lives in this path: var run secrets Kubernetes IO service account token. So I'm going to cat that, and we're going to see some JWT. There it is. So what I can do, I can set that to an environment variable, right? Let me enter, and I'll come back up to the top. API token, token equals, check tick mark, cat, yep, extra tick mark, and the quote, and there it is. And if I echo this, right, echo API token, there it is again. Wonderful. So now I've got it saved into an environment variable. I can use this in a curl request to hit the Kubernetes API. So let me do that. I can paste in the same command that I ran before, right? But this time I've added an authorization header with a bearer token. That token points to the envar that I just created. So I'm going to hit that, and boom, there's the JSON, right? That's all the JSON representing every pod I've got in the Argo CD namespace, which if you've deployed Argo, that's a lot of pods. So that's how we can hit the Kubernetes API from inside the cluster, right? You still need some sort of authentication mechanism. Could be MTLS, right? If you do an MTLS, you don't have to add a bearer token. But if you don't have MTLS set up, bearer token's a great way, and Kubernetes provides the bearer token for the service account that you've bound to your pod. How cool is that? If you like this video, please drop a like. If you want to see more like it, please consider subscribing. And if there's other stuff that you want to see that I'm not covering, please let me know in the comments below.